Hey YouTube, what's going on, guys? I'm here to give you a little review of my new tonneau cover. This is a roll-up tonneau cover made by Truxedo. It is the Pro X15 model. It's a canvas material versus the good old vinyl trifold. The underneath is the same as that vinyl, but the top is more of a canvas style. This one sits a little can't talk, sorry, really low profile. You can see right there, it doesn't go over the bed rails. It's a Velcro roll up, and actually when you roll it up, you can remove it with the two clips. Um, this one took roughly a half hour to install. You got to line up the sides, bolt the rails on the sides. Then you have to put a strip down. It's hard to see right now, but there's a strip down in there that you got to clean this bulkhead up with rubbing alcohol. Stick that down, and that's for kind of, to seal it off, try to keep it watertight. Anyways, so I went from this Extang Trifecta trifold cover to this, and mainly the reason why was because the second week I had this 4 years ago, I got a tear in the center of it. Never, replaced the tarp on it. I actually got a new one from Extang, but they only sent me the tarp and not the actual frame. And it sat in my garage for about 4 years, and then about 2 weeks ago I decided to try to put it on inside my house because it's been cold outside. Took me a couple hours to disassemble the frame and try to get it on. Doesn't really fit right now. I don't know, it just doesn't look right to me. Doesn't seem like it fit like the last cover did, but after I got it on, it seemed like it fit okay. Just trying to stretch it and ended up with that. So I decided to go from the trifold, try a roll-up cover. And I decided between this Pro X15 cover by Truxedo, and I was going to possibly get the Access. I think it's called Access Laredo. I like this one. I like the canvas, and I like the fact that when you roll this up, you can actually take that roll off and have your whole bed exposed. And as the trifold, you're stuck with that front third of it still stationary, so you're kind of limited unless you want to take it off. And it doesn't take long. It takes 5 minutes to take it off. It's simple, but I decided to try the roll up. Now, this one's got a nice seal, pretty much goes all the way around it. On my truck, which is a Ram, still have a gap right there where water could, probably go. But there's nothing against the cover for that. That's the truck itself. So I like this cover also because it's got a one latch system. It seems like the latch system is made a lot better than some of the other ones. And each side, you got your support bars that go all the way across. Even though you have those bars in there, it's really flat, which I like a lot. Really simple. Just pops up like that. I can see if I can roll this up with one hand. Yeah, could have did a little better, but it was one-handed. So anyways, you got your good, seems like a pretty well made Velcro. And this right here, you got a gap. So when you tighten it, it's a tensioner. I believe it changes with the weather. It kind of adapts to it. So it'll be tug tight, snug tight. And it'll expand and contract as, the weather changes. So here's your one latch system. There's a piece over there, goes into there, and then snaps back. You want to start when you install this with the center bracket, center bracket, and then work your way around. And they say make sure this is halfway compressed to your tailgate. You want to do this with your tailgate up, bolted in place there. You want to make sure that you push it back and down when you put these clamps in place. Here's a tensioner that you can adjust. I had to back off on mine just a little bit. These are your easy latches, so you push that tab up and then pull that black latch out you know, towards the center of the truck. You do that on both sides, and you can remove this cover, just the roll part, you know, about a minute. When you do shut this, the one thing I don't necessarily like, you have to keep your gate shut first, roll it out, because if you don't, let's see if I can roll this out. Don't do that. You will end up with this seal tucked behind it when you want this to sit on top. So, make sure these are in place. So you got your latches there. Push down. Now, it's not going to sit perfect. So what you got to do is go around. Just maybe start with the center. Push down on this and pull at the same time towards you. Make sure it sits flat. Go to the other side. Maybe start around the center. Do the same thing. Now it's easier to do with two hands, but obviously I can't do that at the moment. So you feel like a little bubble right here. You just want to tug this out towards you, and there you go. Nice and flat. Now there's nothing against this cover. You know, there's a couple things I didn't like. I didn't like how where you see the hinges are. You can see it buckles a little bit right there, a little bit right there on both sides. What I do like about this cover, this brand specifically, are these back latches. They are spring loaded, and they actually stayed in place really well. You know, you got your latches there to keep it closed when you're driving, you open. I'm sorry, keep it folded. And then you get your screw clamps. Now this is the older Trifecta model. Now they have the 2.0, so I think the latch system's different on those. Not sure about those, but this stayed in place really well. I had no problems with it. It's a good cover. I just decided to try something different. So there you have it. There's your Truxedo Pro X15. And give you a little shot of my truck. So it's a Ram 1500. Got the Tonneau Ridge Grappler tires. I put some flares on it. They're factory. Painted my emblems. Tinted my tails. Painted my exhaust tips. Then I did something a little different with my grill. It's a factory grill, but I repainted it and did a couple different things with it. Painted the honeycomb. That was off of a different truck. Mine actually had the chrome grill. And then I put black headlights in it, factory Mopar headlights, and some aftermarket fog lights, because the factory ones were bouncing all around. They were pretty much junk. But anyways, there you have it. Leave a comment and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And let me know if there's anything else you guys want me to shoot a video of. Thanks.